What's up, people? Pretty boy Bernie checking in right quick. Thank you for stopping by the man cave. Let's get into some hot takes. Sexy Red is the worst thing to happen to black people since diabetes. All right, I'm joking, but her impact on society, it's an alarming and concerning sign of the times. Of course, especially for the black community. So this is gonna be more than just a hot take. This is gonna be a little bit of a deep dive because I get kind of passionate about some of these topics, right? Now, till this day, I'm I'm not even sure if Sexyy Red's a real person. I'm she's such a walking caricature of negative black female stereotypes, so much so that maybe I just don't want to accept that this is actually a real person. Like it's someone putting on an act. But for all intents and purposes, this really is who she is. And in a weird way, this is why I have a love-hate relationship with Sexyy Red. And of course, I don't know her personally. This is not a personal attack. I'm addressing her based on the image she portrays of herself in public forums and what her contributions to society are. And I'd say her artistry, her music is her major contribution to society, as is most musicians. And yes, I'm using the term musician loosely. This is not some big Sexy Red hate train, but I'm gonna tell you where I'm coming from. So just walk with me for a bit. Walk with me. Sexy Red is on an incredibly successful run. She's had a meteoric rise to fame. Her breakout single, Poundtown, which I actually thought was a fucking joke. Like I dead ass thought that it was a rap parody or something like an SNL skit, but it seems it wasn't. But that came out in January of 2023. And 4 months later, because it had so much buzz, Nicki Minaj jumped on the remix. This is Nicki Minaj. She is arguably the biggest female rapper. In fact, just arguably, she's just one of the biggest stars, period. And if that wasn't enough of a cosign for Sexy Red, she's done music with other established artists like Summer Walker, for instance, and is rubbing shoulders with Drake, arguably the biggest star globally right now. Her reach is so enormous right now that, all right, so the main place that I DJ at is predominantly white people, and I'm an open format DJ, so I go across the board, mainly mainstream, but I have to go through different genres. And I thought, what, I'm gonna play some ratchet music just to like shake things up a little bit, get a quick little laugh or whatever. So I thought I'd drop Poundtown, and and let me just reiterate: this is predominantly white people, and I live in England now, also. So, you know, it came on. Things was buzzing a little bit. We was getting a little bit lit, and I followed it up with Ski. I kid you not. I could turn the fader down, and you could hear the crowd going Ski. Like it was lit. But why is Sexy Red such a big thing? The answer to that is where the problem lies for me. Some people think that there's this agenda to destroy the black community through media, and music is a big part of this media, of course. Now, I never subscribed to that theory. Don't get me wrong, I do understand the media is often used as a tool to warp or manipulate society. I just didn't think there was like a specific agenda against the black community through music. I just figured, the record labels were being opportunistic. Like, oh, these niggas like this trash. Well, let's sell them some more. The way things have been panning out in the media, in respects to black people and the black community, I've just been like, there's a little something to this theory after all. Let's just examine Sexy Red's artistry real quick, right? She is a rapper at the end of the day, and let's be honest, as a rapper, she's not that good. You can argue that that's subjective, but come on, there are certain metrics that we use to determine how good a rapper is. Like for those who are actually into rap, I'm pretty sure that we can unanimously agree that J. Cole is a better rapper than, say, a French Montana, right? So going back to Sexy Red, her her cadence, her flow, her rhyming patterns, the lyrical content, everything is just so basic. Like she's the embodiment of mediocrity. Like let's look at some of y'all already know some of her music. Like I mentioned Poundtown and Ski before, but you know what? Let's let's look at some of the actual lyrics. So this one's from Poundtown. You know the infamous lyric that set her off. What is it? My coochie pink, my booty hole brown. What the niggas? I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing, nigga. Come suck a bitch toe. Word. I'm out here in Miami looking for the hoochie daddies with the niggas that get ratchet. My son need a new pappy. I mean, come on, bro. Let's see something else. What was this one? And Ski, that's the one I was talking about. Where we at here? Ben's clean, but we riding dirty. Sliding with your boo. Yeah, that's my dirty. My sister in the back seat with the 30. Niggas trying to shoot they shot. Steph Curry. Think of it. Or this one. Right. Like the chorus itself had me like, come on, bro. Bow, 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 bow. That's that booty beat. Bro, you know what? It's just so simple and lacks substance. Is like the lowest hanging fruit. And I don't want to go off on a tangent about rap music because I'm actually very passionate about rap music. Even though I'm also, a live and let live person. I believe in people's artistry and, how they express themselves. But, I'm going to have to make a different video about the state of rap music. But this is more so about the state of how the community and how it's affected by the music, right? As far as rapping talent, let's be honest, she's not a talented rapper. So it's her image. It's her image that everyone is buying into. And weirdly enough, this is where the love part of my love hate relationship comes in with her. The thing is, she seems like a very down to earth person, with a sense of humor. Like I'll see a post about her on the shade room or something, and she'll be in the comments poking fun at herself too. In fact, there's this one example. Let me just see where it's at. This bit right here. She put up this post, right, and this is a bit earlier on in her career, and she said, "I heard you want a stud. I got the STD. All I need is you." She's very well aware of people saying some of the negative things people be saying about her, like she looked dirty, she looked like she got STDs and all of this stuff, and she could poke fun at it, and I like that. It all makes her seem really genuine. And for those who don't know, authenticity is a major pillar of rap music. That's what rap was founded on. Realness. People believed you lived whatever it is you rapped about. It's that authentic. It's that authentic mediocrity that's making everyone buy into her, because let's be honest, most of us, we like to see the underdog or average person win and not switch up, because it always allows us to relate to them and live vicariously through them, and in some cases be inspired. Like, you know what, yeah, I don't have to be this super great person to be successful or make it. If they can do it, I can do it. It seems more, that goal seems more attainable as opposed to, being a LeBron James. That's gonna take a lot of work to be a LeBron James. You know what I mean? Or with Sexy Red, she's just an average hood chick. We're watching her glow up before our eyes, but she's still staying a regular, down to earth, genuine person, and that's great. And I love that. But that's also where my hate comes in, because that genuine person she's being is also all the negative stereotypes that hinder black people, and and it's being broadcasted on such a large global stage, which means whether intentionally or unintentionally, they're feeding, she and her team and whoever, they're feeding into the media's negative portrayal of black people. I've seen her on two interviews. I've seen her on Funny Marco's show. I think it's called Open Thoughts. And on Lil Yachty's podcast, I believe it's called A Safe Space. During both of those interviews, she gets a call. Apparently she has multiple baby daddies, and we've seen that she recently had a kid. She's been pregnant, and I think maybe last month or something she gave birth. She's gotten a call from her baby daddies during her interview, by the way. And of course, they're from prison. They're in cars. They're in prison, calling her collect during her interview.
No. Oh. Call from. This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored.
And it's weird that it happens during the interview, almost as if this is to validate that this is her real life situation, which is why sometimes I feel like that a lot of this is an act. But it seems like it's not an act. So we'll just continue treating it like it's real, right? Before Poundtown, which Poundtown blew up last year, but she was actually making music before. She actually from since like 5 years ago. If you actually just go to her YouTube page, you'll see the videos that she's obviously worked on. I want us to take a look at something old that she has. I'm just gonna jump because I don't want
We got me out of space, I'm high as fuck, get out my face. All these niggas show me love, all my bitches, we some thugs. Pretty bitch, get on your ass, don't let this smell get you fucked up. I'm up, he fucking like on double cup. Rolling blunts up at
I think we could pretty much get it right. You can tell from that last video things started picking up for her a little bit because the quality of this video, this is like 2 years ago now.
Let 'em watch the nigga. Got that gushy stuff. You know your coochie fur when nigga up and eat your butt. I'm the type of bitch to fucking never hit you up. Nigga, you
But
a
you
slut,
kinda-
but for real, that's what's up. I love a dog, nigga. I'm a dog ass bitch. When you eat
It's the same. It's just so funny. Like it's just the same shit, the same substance over and over. She's been saying the same shit for 5. Well, let me not put that on her. She's been doing it for a minute, but she's not the only one doing it. You got your Sukianas, and let's not front like Cardi B wasn't doing that shit too, and let's not forget about the City Girls. Anyway, I don't want to digress too much. Now let me clarify something real quick. Sexyy Red and her whole image. When you just look at it in isolation, because just now I said she's not the only one that raps like this and whatever. She's not the only one with this type of image. So in isolation, it's not that she's a problem because you have a Sexyy Red in all races and ethnic groups. And in fact, to draw a parallel with white people, because it's always black and white people being put up against each other, right? So, so I'm gonna feed into it too. To draw a parallel with white people, I can't think right now of what her white equivalent would be, and that is gonna lend to my a point of mine later on. But let's just say she is to black people what redneck trailer park trash is to white people. She is our trailer park trash. And there's no disrespect to her. I say that respectfully. I don't know how you can say that respectfully, but I don't want no smoke. But at the same time, I gotta keep it real, bro. She and basically everyone in the ghetto acts, all these hood rats and ghetto birds or whatever. That's our trailer park trash. And like I said, every ethnicity and social group or race or whatever, they got their trailer park trash. The thing is though, they normally keep their trash towards the bottom of the social totem pole. They don't empower them, and no one aspires to be trailer park trash. In fact, I'll be bold enough to say the only people who embrace being trailer park trash are those who lack the intellect and capability to be more than that. And that's why they're trailer park trash. No one wants to be with them. They could be entertaining and we can laugh and joke and do whatever. But when shit gets real and it's time to excel and reach new levels of lifestyle and success, ain't nobody trying to be no trailer park trash. And this is what concerns me about the black community. Because no other race seems to champion and pedestalize their trailer park trash the way that we do. Which to me implies that the majority of the black community identifies as the trailer park trash. They identify as this trash. Or at the very least, they don't hold the community to any higher standard above that degeneracy. And that also means to me that it's not just people resigning to being trash because they lack the intellect or whatever and they can't do better. They're also like, well, hold on, there is no need for us to be better. Not when you got your Sexyy Reds out here achieving the type of success that she's having. So not only will they embrace being trash, they're gonna double down and be like, yeah, this is me. This is my culture. This is black culture. And that right there is where we fuck up at. This is where we got it all fucked up at. Black culture. We have so many negative images of black people in the media, and we have our Sexyy Reds and the likes validating and promoting these images, with so much of the black community publicly accepting and championing this imagery and this behavior. So much so that the rest of the world, they really think that this is black culture. Let me say this with chest. No, the fuck it's not. That is not black culture. That is degenerate culture. Don't think I'm speaking from a place of privilege, because I live in England now and maybe I went to good schools and grew up in a nice neighborhood or whatever. Bro, I grew up in Southside. South Jamaica, Queens, New York, for those who don't know, because some people are like, is that Jamaica? No, nigga, is Southside in New York. I graduated from Thomas Edison High School. And before that, I went to IS 72. That's Catherine and Count Basie Junior High School. This is all in Southside. And before that, we lived in Brooklyn. I went to PS 181. That was my elementary school in Flatbush. So if you know any of these areas, then you'll know I'm no stranger to the hood and the ghetto or whatnot. But thankfully for me, I always had an open mind, and I guess I was intellectual enough to process and challenge the things around me and not readily accept how individuals or society felt I should be, and recognize I can always be better than my surroundings, or at least attempt to be. Unfortunately, the people with that level of thinking are being drowned out by our very own trailer park trash, who correlates their degeneracy with being black. So much so that if you pull them up or try to hold them accountable for their negative influence, it's like you're just hating on them, or you're hating on black people, or you're a coon or an Uncle Tom, or whatever else they be saying about Candace Owens. So in conclusion, I don't hate Sexyy Red as a person. She really is a product of her environment. She's just part of this vicious cycle, because she's not the first Sexyy Red and she's not gonna be the last. What she represents and her rise to fame is such a horrible thing to happen to the black community at this time. Anyway, this is not what we need at the forefront of our quote unquote culture. The real question is, the fuck are we gonna do about it? Is the black community just too far gone? Is it gonna just pan out that we end up having a civil war or something? The ratchets versus the black people who want to do better for society? Is Dr. Umar gonna I don't know, man, but who am I anyway, right? I'm just a guy with dope ass opinions and perspectives, which you might agree or disagree with. Whichever the case, hop in the comments, share the video, talk about the video. I think this conversation needs to happen, and we need to follow up with this. And I'm willing to debate or spark conversation with whoever. Maybe there's some things that I'm missing that y'all could put me on to. But regardless, that was my 2 cents. Let me know how you feel about it, and I'll catch up with y'all later.